Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CCBC Essex for women's soccer contest here on this lovely Saturday afternoon. Brookdale Community College, the Jersey Blues, here taking on your CCBC Essex Knights. Toss things down to the PA announcer for starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to introduce you to the game starters, beginning with our visitors from Brookdale. Midfield, number 3, Christine Albiano. Midfield, number 7, Jessica Textor. Forward, number 9, Brianna Cassidy. Defense, number 11, Kelly Negra. Midfield, number 12, Julianne Miller. Forward, number 13, Gianna Murphy. Defense, number 14, Devin Moreno. Midfield, number 17, Madison Doria. Defense, number 18, Brianna Quezada. Defense, number 22, Amy Berengier. And starting in goal for the Jersey Blues, number 30, Sophia Goose. The Jersey Blues are led by head coach Katie Amundsen, who's assisted by Chelsea James. And now for the starting lineups for your CCBC Essex Knights. Defense, number 3, Elizabeth Long. Midfield, number 6, Bailey D'Amico. Midfield, number 8, Tiana Apsis. Midfield, number 9, Mia Mangione. Defense, number 11, Mackenzie Smythe. Forward, number 13, Alexis Corbett Fenical. Defense, number 16, Madison D'Amico. Forward, number 20, Christina Passanelli. Forward, number 21, Erin Moran. Forward, number 22, Lindsay Webb. And starting in goal for the Knights, number 0, Francesca Gray. The Knights are led by head coach Jeff Holland, who is assisted by Hannah Bray, Sean Conroy, and George Holland. At this time, we ask all that are able to please rise and remove your hats as we honor America and the men and women of the armed forces with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Because it is an important component of being a student athlete. We ask that you please refrain from the use of profanity and let all spectators remain positive in cheering for their favorite team. Ladies and gentlemen, the Knights would like to take this opportunity to thank the following sponsors: MedStar Sports Medicine, the official training partner of CCBC Athletics; the Hilton Garden Inn and Hampton Inn of Baltimore White Marsh, Maryland; Madison Bank of Maryland, proud supporter of CCBC Essex Athletics. Visit wbofmd.com to learn more. And finally, the CCBC Associate of Applied Science Digital Media Productions Department, the official broadcast partner of CCBC Athletics.
And let's play ball. Should be an entertaining contest. Excuse me. Let's see, it's still a little early in the morning. But should be an entertaining contest between these two teams. Two relatively evenly matched teams. Trying to go to the numbers here. Should get an assistant for this job. The Knights come into this season averaging just under 5 goals a game, 29 goals on the season total, 16 shots per game. That is a high shots per game total for sure for any team, but a lot of that has to do with their big, I believe, 11-0 blowout last week. So those goal numbers a little inflated after that. I mean, especially when you look at Erin Moran, scored 14 goals on the season. I think she had 7 of them last week. So let's look at the numbers for the Jersey Blues. They come in averaging 4.29 goals a game, so just under the Knights, who are averaging 4.83 goals a game. But the Jersey Blues they have 1 more goal on the season than the Knights. They have 30 as compared to the Knights' 29. And the Jersey Blues come in averaging an amazing 24 shots on goal a game. That is very impressive. 24 shots on goal. If they can get 24 up on the Knights here this afternoon, it may be a W. Let's see. Knights are the Jersey Blues, much more balanced offensively. The scoring more evenly drawn out. They have 3 players with 4 goals on the season. Brianna Cassidy, Madison Doria, and Christine Albano all have 4 goals. And an early corner kick for the Knights. Mackenzie Smythe going to take the kick.
Corner kick for the Knights. Taking the kick is number 11, Mackenzie Smythe.
Smythe with the kick up in the air. You saw there, almost finished it. Couldn't see who that player was who was able to get the head on it, but a very nice play there off the corner from Mackenzie Smythe. There's a good defensive play there by Smythe after the corner. The goal kick was intercepted with the tackle. And there's another interception, this time on the near sideline after a pass. Smythe trying to dive down and get a cross in. Didn't have much of an angle, so it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Jersey Blues. So now a throw in for the Knights. Alexis Corbett-Fennicle will take the throw. Long throw into the box, but well over the head of, I believe, Mangione. There's a turn and shoot by Webb. Well outside of the box. Not well outside of the box. There's a couple feet, but a little bit out of her range. This Knights team, not many players who are going to unleash a long shot on you. They like to get right in front of the goal. Erin Moran, one of those players, one of those few players who does have big-time capability of unleashing a shot from outside of the box. She's definitely the force that drives this offensive unit. And this is a good offensive unit, but this is a Knights team that is still definitely more reliant on their defense. This is a strong defensive unit, not just on the back line, but also at the midfield unit as well. Lots of talented midfielders on the defensive side. Always helps. Here's a throw in for the Jersey Blues. Far sideline. Gets over everybody's head, but Mangione's there. Chest it down, pass it into Gray. Gray's got to quickly come off the line and put the boots to that as they had a Jersey Blues player coming in. 50-50 ball on the sideline will be awarded to the Knights as that one goes out of bounds. I think that's going to be a foul as well. Yeah, there will be a foul on Brookdale. All the way from New Jersey, so a long way home back for them. So they definitely want to make that ride home a little bit more enjoyable with a win. Now the Brookdale men will be in action tomorrow here at the Coliseum, 12 o'clock, taking on the CCBC Essex Knights men's team. And there's a long through ball, almost gets through, but a good defensive play there by Madison D'Amico. But she is on the ground holding what appeared to be her stomach. Doesn't look good. Play continues. Shot on goal, saved by Gray. Initially saved by Gray, but they got to get rid of it. And now Elizabeth Long sees that her teammate is down, and this doesn't look good. Gray has not moved since going down. We'll take a break. Be back after the injury timeout. All right, and Madison D'Amico was the injured player, not Bailey, excuse me. So Madison has left the field. She did leave under her own power, so hopefully she'll be back into this game. But a stat you need to keep your eye on here for the Knights is coming into this contest, only had one sub, as Claire Cash is a scratch from this because of an injury. See, the only player coming off the bench for the Knights here in this game is Jordan Barledge, and she is in this game pretty early because of the injury to Madison D'Amico. So let's see if D'Amico comes back into this game, because if she doesn't, tired legs may come into effect at some point here in this game because they'll be down a player because there won't be any subs for the Knights. The Jersey Blues on the other side, plenty of subs on that bench. So tired legs, can't imagine will play an effect for them. But we got a game underway, and Mackenzie Smythe there had an opportunity. Long kick. Wasn't very accurate. Showed good power, but not accurate with the shot. Well over the net and too far to the side. Missed opportunity. You got to like the confidence, though, taking that long shot. I hadn't really seen Smythe go for that at any point here this year. And they're showing that she's got some confidence in the long shot. Let's see if she goes to it again. And that's going to be an offsides call if it gets that far. And it will. Referee waiting to see if Long was going to catch up to that and try and play it instead of just kicking it out of bounds. Long did the smart thing there. Just kicked it out of bounds. Made sure that the offsides call was played. Because if she would have tried to play that ball, likely may have had it stolen from her. A couple white jerseys surrounding her there. So good, smart play there. And a miss hit after the free kick. And here is an opportunity for the Jersey Blues. They don't have numbers, but they do have space. That defensive line, though, for the Knights, so strong. Moving as a unit. Bailey D'Amico getting into the right spot and making the play there. Moving as a four-person unit there. Very impressive play. Easily could have turned into a goal-scoring opportunity for the Jersey Blues. And we have a referee running over to the sideline. I believe we're having a technical difficulty with the scoreboard. Maybe it isn't the exact time that the ref has on his watch. I believe it went from 39 minutes to 38 minutes, so there was a time change, I think. I say this early into the contest, focus more on what's going on in the field and not on the scoreboard, since we haven't had many opportunities at goal scoring in the early part of this game. We are approaching the 10-minute mark of the first half, which means we've almost played a full 10 minutes. That goes out of bounds. Throw in there by D'Amico. Goes out of bounds again, but this time, once again, last touched by the Jersey Blues. Jersey Blues who are wearing white jerseys. And there's a play into Hapsis in the box. Hapsis got to it, but just didn't get to it in time. Brookdale defender was able to clear it out. Now we've got a throw in. Alexis Corbett-Fennikel going to take it deep in her offensive zone. She's going to try and go for a long throw here, put it in the box, get us goal-scoring opportunity. There, not much of an opportunity there. Trying to find Mangione. And, speaking of opportunity there, Alexis Corbett-Fennikel, one touch there. I believe she took that from outside of the box, almost put it in the goal. Didn't have much of an angle there, but almost made the most out of it. But I was saying before the shot, the throw-in had the right idea, did have Mangione there, but two white jerseys around. She had no opportunity to be able to get ahead on that. Don't know if that play is going to be there for the Knights. It's kind of got to be a perfect throw because the Knights, not a lot of height on this team. Not very many players who can go up there and attack the ball at its highest point and be able to get ahead on it. So that corner kick and the long throw in from deep in the offensive zone it's a play they go for, but it's not a play that really works for them very often. But when you have an opportunity to knock on the door of opportunity, you got to make sure to take it. Here's Hapsis trying to play it up to, I believe that was Webb. No, actually that was Passanelli. Passanelli couldn't get to it. Jersey Blues were able to clear it out of their danger zone into their own offensive territory. Bailey D'Amico runs it down, plays it to the keeper, Gray. Gray. And I think she wanted to play that just out of bounds, or maybe she thought Passanelli was going to be able to get to it, but she wasn't there. Ends up being a turnover, but luckily for her, defense bails her out. Gray, almost a costly turnover there. You don't want to turn the ball over at the midfield line, and you don't want to turn the ball over in your defensive zone. Now, that's a Captain Obvious statement if you've ever heard one, I know, but right there, Francesca Gray committing a big no-no. Almost turning it over, almost costing her team. This could be a game or a half where one goal decides it. Speaking of goal, there was almost an opportunity at goal scoring for the Jersey Blues. They still have possession of this ball. Could get a cross off. They've got somebody in the middle. They get a cross off, but it's not very accurate. And we find out why it's because it was last touched by the Knights, and this is a corner kick for the Jersey Blues. Corner kick for the Jersey Blues. Taking the kick is number 7, Jessica Textor. So Textor there with the corner, and it was a good one, as did have a teammate there, but just couldn't do anything with it. The ball ends up harmlessly rolling towards the out-of-bounds line. Now setting up Francesca Gray with the goal kick. And there is a kick to Hapsis. Hapsis, nice play with the head, puts it over the oncoming defender. Now Hapsis finds herself in a situation as the defender was able to turn the Jets on, get in front, stop the ball, and make the nice defensive play to steal it away. As Hapsis could have continued to turn the Jets on, get into a goal-scoring area, or maybe put a pass on. A good defensive play there by Kelly Negra, excuse me. Now here come the Jersey Blues after the turnover by the Knights. Jersey Blues turn it right back over, but the Knights can't hold on to it for long. It's a game of hot potato right now. Neither team possessing the ball for any kind of extended period of time. Now with the throw in, not very accurate. Goes right to a Jersey Blues player. Once again, playing hot potato. Missed touch there by Alexis Corbett-Fennikel. She's trying to go for a one-touch pass. I'm sure she wanted to put more mustard on it than that. Here's Moran. Plays it over to the side. They've got an opportunity here. Can they get a cross off? Played onto the left foot. Goes out of bounds. And a smart play there by the Jersey Blues. That was going to go out of bounds and be a corner. Instead, it'll be a throw-in. Save it from going out of bounds on the end line, and they kick it out on the far sideline instead. So here's a throw in deep in Knights territory. Actually, it is a corner. I didn't see the ref make the wave over there. Corner kick for the Knights. Taking the kick is number 11, Mackenzie Smythe. And Smythe, I think that's what she was going for. She did have Hapsis there at the top of the key. Hapsis wasn't able to get into it in time. By the time she got to the ball, she had a defender right on her backside. And that has led us to where we are right now. Played out of bounds by the Jersey Blues. Throw in Alexis Corbett-Fennikel. Here it comes. Hapsis is there, as well as Passanelli. Passanelli's the one who's going after it. She loses it. But she loses it to a Jersey Blues player who kicks it right out of bounds, and Alexis Corbett-Fennikel doesn't want the first ball thrown to her. She wants the other one. So now she finally gets the ball she wants. Takes a throw in. Man, Gioni takes a dive there after she took a shot from the Jersey Blues player, and the Jersey Blues having a hard time clearing this ball out of their defensive zone. Now, clearing out of bounds works, but it doesn't work if you're trying to set up a transition. Then again, not many transition opportunities here. The Knights doing a good job of keeping the foot on the gas pedal. There's a long clear that time by the Jersey Blues, but right to Bailey D'Amico, who plays it back to Gray, who plays it right back to D'Amico. D'Amico's got space in front of her, takes advantage of it. Once that space is gone, she played it over to, I believe, Smythe. There's a play up to Moran. Far sideline. She's got somebody in front of her. She's going to try and get around and was unsuccessful in doing so, and she's trying to plead her case to the ref. I think she thought that the Jersey Blues player was the last one to touch it. The ref saw it the other way around, and that's why Brookdale is taking the throw-in. We've played almost a full 15 minutes here in the first half, still scoreless, and I don't think there's any shots on goal to be had here in this game so far. There's the play up on the sideline. That's going to roll out of bounds. None of the Jersey Blues players going to go after it. Just going to let it harmlessly roll out, as they'll now be awarded a throw in deep in their defensive zone. They have spent the last at least 5 to 6 minutes in their defensive zone. Not many offensive opportunities to speak of for them here in the last couple minutes. Here it is, a little hot potato action. The Knights playing with it amongst the midfielders. Nice play by Corbett-Fennikel to get around one player. Gets around a second, splits the defense that time. Here's a shot, and it's going to lead, almost led to a corner, and it does lead to a corner. I thought the goalie was out of bounds there, and she was. Goose couldn't keep those feet in bounds, or couldn't keep the ball in bounds. And here's a corner kick for Smythe and the Knights. Corner kick for the Knights. Taking the kick is number 11, Mackenzie Smythe. Smythe, the ball was in the air there and went over everybody's head. And there's a bailout foul committed by the Knights. No opportunity for offense. And this Jersey Blues defense, has been very, very good, very stingy, not letting any opportunities get to them. You know, I said they've spent the last 5 to 6 minutes in their defensive zone, but all that time the Knights have spent in their offensive zone, they haven't come up with any really tangible chances or opportunities. This has been a defensive battle here so far. The Knights winning the defensive battle at the midfield level because they're not allowing the Jersey Blues to get deep into their offensive zone. And the Jersey Blues are winning this defensive battle on the backside and the defensive line side. There was an opportunity at a goal scoring for Erin Moran. She just missed it. Interesting. I believe that Madison D'Amico is still out of the game, or maybe is that her back in there? No, I believe she's. I don't believe will be returning back into this game. So no subs on the bench for the Knights here, probably for the remainder of this game, and that I am just assuming will play a role here at some point. Maybe not here in the first half, but you know, we get later into the late stages of the second half and this game remains 0-0, then you may see that come into play. Here's an offensive opportunity that's quickly stopped by the Jersey Blues. Long pass up, through ball, gets through, nice play. Now we got a one-on-one breakaway. First shot of the game, and it will be a goal. What an incredible play there by the Jersey Blues. Gianna Murphy, man, she got a foot on that as the defender was approaching, was able to put it into a space where she could run in front of it, get the shot off. And she got the shot that I thought was initially going to be saved as Gray was able to get a fingertip on it, but the rebound just trickles in past the line, and that's all that matters. Right now, the Jersey Blues find themselves up in this one 1-0 with 26 minutes and 34 seconds left here in the first half. The Knights, they need to put their answering shoes on because they got some work to do.
That Jersey Blues goal was scored by number 13, Gianna Murphy.
That all up. Even the PA announcer makes a mistake sometimes. Alexis Corbett-Fennicle playing the ball in the middle after it's stolen away, but quickly stolen right back. And now up to the goal scorer, Murphy. Murphy, good through ball. Can she get to it? Had a teammate over there, but just couldn't get to it. Murphy, the goal scorer for the Jersey Blues. Now play up into the offensive zone for the Knights. Stolen by Hapsis. And now it will roll out of bounds, last touched by the Knights. So Jersey Blues here with a goal kick as we now approach the 25-minute mark. Now played up onto the sideline, far sideline, stolen by D'Amico, Bailey D'Amico. Here's Webb up onto the far sideline, puts the brakes on, now puts a cross into the middle. Good cross. Passanelli's there, but it goes over her head as she mistimes her jump. Hapsis is able to get in front of it, stop that offensive momentum as the Jersey Blues had an opportunity at a quick transition play there. Webb puts a cross in again. Oh, Moran was there, couldn't get in front of it. Good save there by Goose. The punt is a good one, just not timed well. As it goes over the head of the Jersey Blues player, now out of bounds. And here come the Knights. Throw in, far sideline. Over everyone's head and rolls safely to the defense of the Jersey Blues. Here's that long pass that last time led to a goal. And it went right to the goal scorer, Murphy. This time Murphy wasn't able to get a body on it. The Knights have the ball right now, but they're not going to hold on to it for long. The way this Jersey Blues defense is going right now, they are pulling up the bootstraps right now. And there is a play onto the sideline once again, goes out of bounds. The Knights aren't really doing a very good job of possessing the ball once it comes to them. Kind of just putting the boots to it or going for the first pass there. Once again, you saw Corbett Fennicle got that ball, immediately passed it up to Hapsis. Maybe she could have carried that for a minute, got a better pass. It didn't come back to hurt them there, but they need to start really putting together offensive opportunities there. Erin Moran showing why she has 14 goals on the season there. She got that ball in a non-goal scoring area, quickly put herself in a goal scoring area and almost got a goal. Instead, she earned a corner kick for her team. Mackenzie Smythe's going to take it. Corner kick for the Knights. Taking the kick is number 11, Mackenzie Smythe. Now the play up after the throw in. And this has been an offensive struggle kind of game. Both teams really only having one really good offensive opportunity to their name. The difference in the scoreboard obviously indicates that the Jersey Blues were able to make good on their one opportunity. The Knights, not so much. Murphy was able to score on her good breakaway goal. Moran, not so much. Speaking of breakaway, Moran was able to get close to that one, but close doesn't count for anything here this afternoon. Goose was able to come off the line, make the save. Here's Murphy. She was getting close to that ball. May have been able to have a breakaway there, as there weren't many blue jerseys around if she would have been able to get to that, but I think Long knew that, and she got in, made the tackle. Didn't lead to much, though, as that offensive possession for the Knights. Not a good one. Goose with the punt away. And there's a turn, a play up, through ball. Isn't controlled by anyone. It's played out of bounds by D'Amico. And here's a throw in for the Jersey Blues. Offensive opportunity for them. Murphy on her foot. Left. Shot. And that's not a shot. I think that was a cross. She has a teammate over there who's able to run to it, get towards it. Step over. No. She goes for the pass instead. Now plays back. Jersey Blues now switching the field. Going from the near sideline to the far sideline. Now playing it back to the defense once again. Still on that far sideline. Good one-touch pass there. Leads to a goal-scoring opportunity. Is this going to be a shot? It won't, but it's a pass to Murphy, who was in a goal-scoring range. She couldn't get to it, but that time she does, but she can't finish it. Man, a great offensive opportunity for the Jersey Blues. I don't know if that's how they drew it up on the sideline, but, man, just quick, timely passing, leading to a play in the middle. Murphy just couldn't square up and finish it. Missed opportunity, one that she can and her teammates can certainly afford to miss now that they find themselves up 1-0. If they can continue to play like that offensively, I'm going to assume that goal, that 1-0 lead, is going to go up to at least 2-0, because that was by far the best team offense we've seen all game. I know it didn't lead to a goal, and the Jersey Blues already have a goal, but that was really just very impressive individual play. That last offensive possession, that was nothing but good team soccer there. Sure, that is something that coaching staff of the Jersey Blues is happy to see. Definitely got to be happy with the defensive play as well, as this defensive unit for the Jersey Blues has been dominant, not allowing the Knights any opportunities. Aaron Moran's shot on goal earlier in this first half is really the only legitimate option that the Knights have had. Now, I know they've had a couple of corners, but they really weren't close to scoring on any of those corners. Let's see if they can get close to scoring here on a throw-in. Played into Alexis Corbett-Fennicle. Played into Webb. Webb's got a left-footed shot, and it gets to the goalie. Surprised Webb was able to get that shot off. It's had two white jerseys surrounding her. It was a good offensive play just to be able to get that shot. That's an offensive play that could possibly build some momentum for your team. Let's see. Here's Passanelli. Can't get in front of it, but Moran does. Plays it up to Passanelli, but I don't think she was expecting it. She just couldn't get in front of it fast enough. Here's Mangione. Step over. Now plays it over to Jordan. Jordan back to Alexis Corbett-Fennicle. Good closeout defense there by Murphy. She's watched this Knights team enough that she knows Alexis Corbett-Fennicle, not one of those players you can give a lot of space to. Speaking of space, Mangione's got the ball in space with the left. Now walking back to it. Plays it back to Fennicle. Plays with the long shot. Oh, Moran was there. That was a pass, actually. Good eye there by Alexis Corbett-Fennicle. Thought she was going for a long shot. Instead, the pass right in front of the goalie. Erin Moran was there. She just couldn't get the body on it and put it into the back of the net. Alexis Corbett-Fennicle right there doing her best John Stockton impression. Saw the pass when nobody did. The mailman just couldn't finish. Here's Mangione. She's trying to use her body to shield the Jersey Blues player away from the ball. Did a good job of it. Played it back to Long. Played it into Moran. Moran just could not get in front of that ball or couldn't control it. And I can't blame her. She had two white jerseys there and also the goalie there. So that wasn't really much of an opportunity at goal scoring. You know, you get a ball that close into the box with as few opportunities as the Knights have had here in this game, you get excited. It's hard not to. We're now approaching the final 15 minutes of play here in the first half. The score is still 1-0. And it'll remain 1-0 after a miss there. Doesn't get much closer than that. I lean back just for a second, and then the Knights almost get a goal there. Hits the outside, though. Whistle blown, and it will go against the Knights. Hawks. Or excuse me, not the Hawks. The Jersey Blues. There's Hawks up in the sky. Maybe those aren't Hawks. Play on the field, though, continues after the free kick from the Jersey Blues. Played over onto the far sideline to Murphy. Played into the middle. Nothing there for the Jersey Blues that time, but a good steal at the midfield by Doria. And Webb, a little bulldozer action there. Would not be denied. Cleared right through the defense of the Jersey Blues and almost single-handedly tied this game up. She got through a couple different defenders for the Jersey Blues, got herself into goal-scoring area, ripped a shot with the left foot that was right at the goalie. Webb making sure that her presence is felt on the offensive side of the ball for her team here this afternoon. She's looking for an opportunity at goal. She's had 2 good shots already. Let's see if she'll get a third, and maybe that one will be the lucky number. And you look up at that scoreboard, 4 corner kicks in the game for the Knights. And no real opportunities to speak of. And speaking of opportunities, here it comes. And oh my goodness, that was picture perfect soccer. Mia Mangione, 2 step overs, got past 1 defender, played it over to Passanelli in the box. She buried it into the back of the net. And this ball game has got new life as it is now 1-1. Passanelli, I believe she's got a couple goals here on this season, in this early part of this season. Let's check the numbers. Passanelli, that is her 3rd goal of the season. So she's now tied with Madison D'Amico for 3rd on the team in goals. And let's see the numbers for Mia Mangione. That is her 2nd assist of the season, 2nd assist of her career as well. She is one of the many freshmen on this team. So congratulations to those 2. Nice play there. It has tied this game back up and given this crowd new life.
That Knights goal was scored by number 20, Christina Passanelli. Assisted by number 9, Mia Mangione.
Game has a new feel to it now as the score has been once again knotted up. 1-goal run to start the game for the Jersey Blues was quickly answered by a 1-goal run for the Knights. Let's see. Could this be a game where the next team who scores wins? Or could this be a back and forth, anything you can do, I can do better kind of contest? Here's Murphy, goal scorer for the Jersey Blues, puts it into the middle, but puts it right towards Madison D'Amico, or excuse me, Bailey D'Amico. D'Amico did a great job of clearing that out of the box as she knew that she had a Knights player, Brianna Cassidy, right behind her. And you've got to watch out for Cassidy as she's one of the leading goal scorers for this Jersey Blues team. Here's a substitution coming into the game for the Jersey Blues. And this is an offensive opportunity that they'd like to capitalize on here. Throw in deep in their offensive area. I don't know if she was going for Murphy or if she was going for Albano, but finds the head of a Knights player instead. But the Jersey Blues still in possession of this ball. Here's Murphy in the box. Shot. Oh, just wide of the net. Oh, so close. A great opportunity at goal scoring there, but close does not count for anything. Wide right doesn't count. Just ask Buffalo Bills fans. Man, that was a close play and a very, very good display of offensive soccer there as the Jersey Blues had the door shut on them initially, but then they worked their way back into the room and almost were able to finish with a goal. Here's Webb trying to power her way back into goal-scoring opportunity. Can't that time. Ball rolls safely over to Murphy. Plays it over. And that's an offsides. Cassidy just offsides. And one that I'm sure she's not too happy about. You get that wide open, that close to goal scoring, I'm sure you're thinking goal, especially at a 1-1 game like this. Especially in a game where opportunities have been at a premium. Mangione with the steal at the midfield line. Played over to Alexis Corbett-Fenical. Near sideline. Now gets past one defender, now a second. Third comes on, and she decides to go for the pass. He's got Webb, Hapsis, and Smythe over there, but Webb's the one who's going to go for it. Webb trying to power her way once again into goal-scoring range. And this time it'll go out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in for the Jersey Blues. 10 minutes and some change left here in this first half, and the score remains 1-1. Jersey Blues got out to the early 1-0 lead, but late in the first half. Passanelli was able to tie it up after the pass from Mangione. Smythe steals the ball after the goal kick, but it is played out of bounds by the Jersey Blues. Negra was the one who was the last to touch it for the Jersey Blues. Mangione plays it into the middle to Hapsis. Hapsis with the shot, and it is no good. Wide of the net. Wide doesn't count for anything here this afternoon. I think Wayne Gretzky once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't put on net. Even if he didn't say that, it sounds like something he would say. It's very true. I know I had a lacrosse coach say that to me one time. Tiana Hapsis in the same position where she shot just a moment ago. This time she goes for the pass up to Smythe. Probably would have been better off looking for something else, as she played that well far out in front of Smythe, and she was unable to get in front of it. That ball safely rolls off the end line, and now a goal kick for the Jersey Blues. Smythe plays up to Hapsis off the head. Hapsis controls it. And now plays up to Smythe. This time Smythe is going to be able to run that down, and actually she won't, as I spoke too soon. Hapsis and Smythe working that two-man game on the near sideline, but it's just not working out. Not on the same page. They get together like clockwork. It may lead to the second and deciding goal here in this game. 8 minutes is what separates these two teams from the halftime whistle, and halftime is well-deserved for these two teams. This has been a very physical, very back-and-forth contest. Anything you can do, I can do better sort of afternoon here at the Coliseum. Wonder what the halftime speech will be for Coach Holland, the Knights coach. Is the philosophy he likes to use, quick passing, using the passes almost like a triangle game. 2-3 players work it up the field amongst themselves. Lindsay Webb there, the third time that she's had a goal scoring opportunity really from that same spot. This time the best shot she's had so far. She put that one dangerously close to the goalie. That almost was a goal. Close once again doesn't count for anything. Alexis Corbett-Fenikel is going to try and put this close to goal scoring range. Long throw is coming up. Let's see what she's got. She puts it over everyone's head. Moran's there, but the Jersey Blues defender had better positioning there. That is very good, sound, fundamental defense there by the Jersey Blues. Manning up, marking your player. And right there, it probably saved the goal. Here's Mangione. You got to watch out. She's got good passes. Smythe is the one who takes the pass instead, though, and she puts it well over everyone's head. Out of bounds. Goal kick. Or what? What is the call here? Actually, it was last touched by the goalkeeper for the Jersey Blues. I didn't see that. The corner kick was awarded to the Knights. It was a quick kick. Must have just got the fingertips on it, and that's why Moran wasn't able to get to it. So maybe that pass was better than I initially thought it was. I certainly didn't think that the goalie got the hands on it. It doesn't lead to anything, though, for the Knights. And there's Webb. She's trying to plead her case with the ref, and the ref saw it from a mile away there. It was a push from behind, and that is why the free kick will be awarded to the Knights. If it is going to be taken from where the ref is standing, that is about 15 yards from 15 yards from the box. Alexis Corbett-Fenikel is going to take it, puts it in the box. That's a good shot. And an even better save Alexis Corbett-Fenical, like I said earlier in this game, her and Erin Moran, one of the few players on this Knights team, is they get a shot from outside of the box. You really got to watch it. They've got the leg and the accuracy to be able to score from outside the 18. Passanelli couldn't do anything there. Under 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Smythe has got herself a throw in deep in her offensive zone. Plays it to Hapsis, who can't control it initially. And it leads to a turnover. Controlled by the Jersey Blues now. Now playing it onto the far sideline from the near sideline. Further up the far sideline here now at the midfield line, and it's stolen by D'Amico. Bailey D'Amico up the sideline. Past the defender in a crossing area. Is she going to go for a goal? She goes for the cross, and a good defensive play there by Marino. That almost was an opportunity at goal scoring for the Knights. Marino, last line of defense there, was able to clear it out. And the Knights have a corner kick. Corner kick for the Knights. Taking the kick is number 11, Mackenzie Smythe. Now the 6th corner of the afternoon for the Knights, and none of them have been good. That one, I guess, would be the best one, but it was really only the best one because of a bad head ball by the Jersey Blues that went backwards instead of forwards and almost turned into an own goal. Murphy, this time, one-touch pass up. Good play and just offsides. Man, was that close. I thought it was 50-50 at best and thought the ref was maybe going to let that one go because, you know, from up here, it kind of seemed like she was even, but the referee, better vantage point than I am. He saw the offsides, and that's why he blew the whistle and raised the flag. Missed opportunity there for the Jersey Blues. One that they can't afford to miss as the game right now is tied at 1-1. We only have 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first half. The next 45 is going to be a good one, I'm predicting. There's a play up to Moran, and Moran, that is definitely one that is going to haunt her. She had an opportunity at goal scoring. If she would have been able to control that on the pass better, she would have easily been able to rip off a shot there, but instead played it poorly as it bounced out in front of her a little bit too far. She wasn't able to get out in front of it once again and get a shot off. Luckily, the Jersey Blues bailed them out with a foul, and here is, I believe, Mangione here with the free kick. She's going for goal here. And almost, oh man, that was a very good, a very good free kick there. She got it over the wall, barely, but she did get it over the wall and towards the keeper with a lot of power. Keeper had to punch that up into the air, catch it on the rebound. Now here's Hapsis trying to get in front of that, and she will not be able to, but it'll be out of bounds, last touch by the Knights. And here with 1 minute, 10 seconds left, 7th corner of the first half for the Knights. Corner kick for the Knights. Taking the kick is number 11, Mackenzie Smythe. An interesting, game plan here. Having Smythe continue to take these corners, even though they haven't been very good. I was just thinking maybe and that's going to be a handball right in front of the ref. Accidental, but a handball nonetheless. But I was thinking, maybe have Mangione take that free kick or the corner kick. She did pretty well on the free kick. You've got her in the middle of the box trying to get something on with the head ball, but no disrespect towards her. She is one of the shortest players on this team, stands at only 5'2", so it's going to be really difficult for her to be able to get up there and get a head ball on. Maybe take advantage of her of that big leg and get her on the corner kick instead of in the middle of the box. And Smythe, on the other hand, one of the taller players on this team, standing at 5'6". And that'll be all she wrote for the first half. The score is 1-1. Goal by Gianna Murphy of the Jersey Blues, and a goal by Christina Passanelli of the Knights in the first half has gotten us to where we are right now, tied 1-1. We'll be back after this short break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Coliseum. We are ready for the final 45 here at CCBC Essex. It was an exciting first 45. It has got us to the point where we are here, which is 1-1, tied up and ready to start the final half of regulation. The goal scorer for the Jersey Blues, number 13, Gianna Murphy, and the goal scorer for the Knights in the first half, number 20, Christina Passanelli. Passanelli's goal was assisted by number 9, Mia Mangione. Both goals for the two teams were really just beautiful goals. The long pass for the Jersey Blues that led to the goal from Murphy was just an absolute thing of beauty. Murphy was able to put it out in front and chase in front of it and then bury it into the back of the net. The goal by the Knights, as I said, the great cross by Mia Mangione right to Passanelli. Passanelli buried it in the back. Here's a cross opportunity here once again. This is Barlage. Barlage puts it in front. Moran was running towards it and almost had a chance at goal scoring, but a good defensive play there by the goalkeeper, Goose, was able to get in front of it, come off the line, make the diving play. There's a mistouch by Murphy. She was trying to find Cassidy in the middle of the field. Cassidy wasn't expecting it, and then ends up being a turnover. On the far sideline, here's Alexis Corbett-Fennicle receiving the pass from Smythe, but has it stolen away. Bailey D'Amico. Madison D'Amico still not out onto the field, so prediction was correct. We're not going to be seeing her for the rest of this afternoon. Second injured player for the Knights. Claire Cash, also a scratch from today's game due to an injury. So injuries starting to pile up for the Knights in the early part of the season, which is definitely concerning if you're Coach Holland. Not a very deep team to begin with. And a missed opportunity there as the throw in the offensive zone doesn't lead to anything for the Knights, but luckily Alexis Corbett-Fennicle is able to get in front of the clear attempt by the Jersey Blues, but the Jersey Blues just keep clearing it out of the offensive zone. This time Long plays it back to Gray, and they're going to restart this offensive possession from scratch. Gray plays it over to D'Amico. D'Amico up to Barlage. Barlage, quick pass up to Hapsis, and Hapsis couldn't save that from going out of bounds. But it was last touched by the Jersey Blues, so it'll be a throw-in for the Knights. Bailey D'Amico will take the throw-in. The defense for the Jersey Blues was just absolutely phenomenal in the first half. Gave up that one goal, but easily could have given up more because the Knights had plenty of opportunities at goal scoring. I believe they had 9 shots on goal, 8 saves made by the goalkeeper for the Jersey Blues. And speaking of goal opportunities at goal there, Murphy almost had her second goal of the game for the Jersey Blues as she got that ball deep into offensive territory, got it into a goal scoring zone and almost buried it into the back of the net. It was just wide. Here's a play up onto the near sideline. Excuse me, a play up onto the far sideline. Splits 2 defenders with the head ball. Long comes up, tries to clear it, but can't. Bailey D'Amico bails her out, and she clears it up to Moran, who plays it up to Hapsis. Hapsis, one of the speedsters on this team, has got space in front of her. Decides to go for the pass instead, and Webb never even received it as a good deflection there by the Jersey Blues leads to a turnover. Through ball, didn't get through as Alexis Corbett-Fennicle put a foot up and was able to clear that out of the danger zone. Here's Hapsis. Once again, same spot from where she was just a minute ago. This time she goes for a different pass. Last time she tried to pass over to Webb. This time the pass attempt was to Moran, but just like the pass to Webb, it never found its recipient. Here's Long, plays it back to the goalkeeper, Gray. Gray Played it up to D'Amico, who plays it over to Long. Long up to Barledge. Barledge can't control it. Nice steal there by Kuji. See, at that point, your name is that close to Cujo, you should just switch it to Cujo. It's my favorite Stephen King book. Back to the game. Play on the far sideline goes out of bounds. Neither team able to possess the ball with any kind of extended urgency, really. Extended urgency, that doesn't make any sense. Neither team is able to possess the ball for any kind of extended period of time. It's kind of a hot potato afternoon right now. Anything you can do, I can do better. And Moran trying to prove that she's got the most dominant shot out there, and she almost did. Moran found herself in what I thought was not a good goal-scoring area. She proved me wrong, and she ripped that shot and almost buried it into the back of the net. Sophia Goose had to make a good save. I believe that is her 11th save of the afternoon. It's been a good afternoon for the goalkeeper for the Jersey Blues and for the defense. So the shots have been there for the Knights. The results, not so much. Played up on the far sideline and out of bounds. Bad clear attempt there by the Jersey Blues leads to a throw-in for the Knights. Alexis Corbett-Fennicle takes the throw. Mia Mangione's there. Can she get to it? She can't. She's trying to plead her case with the ref. I think she thought there was a little bit of pushing and shoving going on. Alexis Corbett-Fennicle came in, took the shot, split the uprights. It would do Justin Tucker proud, but doesn't count for anything here this afternoon. Maybe she should have taken the trip over to London with the Ravens. Yeah, join us for men's soccer action tomorrow. It'll be after the Ravens game, really. You can watch the Ravens at 9:30, and then after that, you can watch the CCBC Essex Knights men's team at 12 take on the Brookdale Community College men's teams. As we're seeing these two schools' women's teams match up. Tomorrow we'll see their men's teams match up. Should be a good afternoon of soccer. But we've still got a good afternoon of soccer here in front of us. 38 minutes left here in this contest. And Murphy doing a little stutter stepping there. Waited to see where the defense was going to line up, and then she went with the pass. It was a good pass, found a teammate, but the second pass, not so much. Ends up being intercepted by Alexis Corbett-Fennicle. Now she's got space in front. She made one defender miss, was unable to make the second defender miss, and that's why she got rid of the ball. Pass up to Webb, who gave it right back to Passanelli. Passanelli thought she was going to receive that pass, but Mangione calls it. She went for a quick pass up to Moran, but just couldn't find her teammate. And now here come the Jersey Blues up on the up on the far sideline, right around the midfield line. Now past the midfield line. The Jersey Blues not moving as an offensive unit very well. The midfielders were well behind the forwards, and the defense not really moving up with much urgency either. Going to need to turn that around if they want to get back in charge in this game. Going to need to move as a unit, especially here when you take into consideration that at some point tired legs are going to affect the Knights, as they have absolutely no subs here in this game, and it is a hot and humid afternoon. So at some point, somebody's going to get tired out there for the Knights, and you want to be able to take advantage of it if you are the Jersey Blues. Here's the play, middle of the field, and a good defensive play there by Bailey D'Amico. Intercepts it, tries to clear it, but it wasn't a strong clear attempt as it leads to a turnover. Here's Cassidy, spins around, spins once again, now pass, over to Murphy. Can she shoot it? She can, but she can't get it off. She tried to shoot that one, and movable force meets the immovable object. What is it? Unstoppable force meets the immovable object is the Both players were going in for the kick right there at the same time. Didn't lead to anything other than an out-of-bounds play. Here's Gray with the kick. Ball's in the air. Initially won by Smythe and the Knights, but it's stolen back by the Jersey Blues, and now they're in their offensive zone, trying to knock on opportunity's door. Now a throw in well over everyone's head, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Knights, so here's the throw in for the Jersey Blues. We've played over 10 minutes here in the second half. The score still remains 1-1. This could be a game where next goal wins. That was my prediction at the end of halftime. The way this game has gone, the way that these two teams have really struggled to get things going offensively. Now the stat lines prove otherwise for the Knights, as they have plenty of opportunities at goal, but not many of them have been really good opportunities. All the saves made by, or pretty much all the saves made by Goose have been easy ones. Hasn't been tested very much. Here's Gray with the kick. Not a very good one. Only player around there was a Jersey Blues player. And they receive the ball and now playing it up. Now onto the near sideline. Nothing happening there, but once again, same opportunity. Near sideline, the throw in. What will happen here? Long throw finds the head of Long. Cross by the Jersey Blues as Long wasn't able to control it. And now as we approach the final 30 minutes of play here in this contest, the Jersey Blues still knocking on opportunity's door here. Hapsis got the body in front, but couldn't get the leg in front. Cassidy. And, oh, man, looking over to see if that was going to be offsides, I think cost her. Just that quick hesitation may have slowed her down just enough to allow Gray to come off the line and make the save. So corner kick there for the Jersey Blues. Jessica Textor took it. Just missed a missed opportunity. It's the only the second corner kick of the game taken by the Jersey Blues. The Knights have done a good job of clearing the ball out of the danger zone. And an offsides whistle blown on Lindsay Webb of the Knights. She was clearly offsides there. Here's the play up. Gets to Murphy. Murphy's got space in front. She goes for the long shot, and Gray was able to get down to the knees and make the save. A good shot there by Murphy. I know that wasn't the greatest goal-scoring area, but she had to get that shot off right there because the closeout defense for the Knights was coming with some aggression. Here's Webb. She lets Moran take it, though, instead. Webb was a dominating force in the first half for the Knights. She just powered her way into goal-scoring area at least 3 different times and got 3 shots on goal in the first half. Here's the play up the sideline. Here's Barledge. Barledge not going to be able to get in front of that in time, and it's stolen by the Jersey Blues defense. One-touch pass is stolen by Bailey D'Amico, though. Here's D'Amico. She's got Webb and Moran making breaks towards the goal. And she can't find either of them as she has it stolen away from her, but she still steals it right back. And that is a push from behind there, a hard push there The Jersey Blues player certainly felt the aftermath of that one. Seems to be okay, though. The physical play continues here at CCBC Essex as the Coliseum and those inside of it are in for a good game and a good final 30 minutes, and they could be in for a goal here as Murphy now the second time in the last 2 to 3 minutes she's had a goal scoring opportunity. One from the other side of the box, this time from the near sideline. She almost buried both of them. Murphy is on the hunt for her second goal of the game. The way things are going right now, she looks like she's going to get it. Now played into the middle. Webb turns, shoots. Oh, man, missed opportunity, but it's going to lead to the 8th corner of the game for the Knights. That is 4th time that Webb has got a goal-scoring opportunity. The first 3 led to shots on goal. That one just leads to a shot. And here's Smythe with the corner. She has been very good with the first couple she's had. Let's see what she does here with the first one of the second half. Corner kick for the Knights. Taking the kick is number 11, Mackenzie Smythe. Smythe hands up, ball's in the air. It's a good corner. That was a very good one, but Moran was unable to get a body on that. Wouldn't have counted anyway as the foul was committed, I believe, by Lindsay Webb. Here is the Jersey Blues up on the sideline. Murphy just didn't have the energy to be able to get in front of that one. And hardly blame her. She has had her fingerprints all over this contest here this afternoon. Tired legs going to eventually take into play here in this game, but big difference. The Knights, no subs. Jersey Blues, 4 subs on that sideline, so that's going to come into a play, and I am assuming, here's Corbett Fennicle, long shot, this one just wide. That's the second time she's shown the willingness to uncork that long-distance shot. The first one was much more accurate. That one not very good. But trying to keep the keeper honest and trying to make something happen for her team. Here come the Jersey Blues. Bad slide tackle by Mia Mangione. Leads to a breakaway for the Jersey Blues that couldn't be taken advantage of as the through ball was a little bit too through, as the Knights were the only ones able to get in front of it. But the Jersey Blues still have possession of it after the bad clear attempt by the Knights. And here's a play up on the far sideline. And they chase it down, and they can't. Offsides whistle is blown. So the Knights taking control here. Free kick about 20 yards behind the midfield line. Now 25 yards. Backing it up a little bit more. And here's Erin Moran trying to get something going here. She got through one defender, wasn't able to get through the second. And the whistle is blown on Erin Moran. A little bit of pushing from behind. Frustration foul there for sure. Frustration starting to sit on these two teams as opportunities, well, they're just not out there. Opportunities few and far between for these two teams. Right now, at least here in the second half, the Jersey Blues seem to be the team much more confident on the offensive side of the ball. And now we have a whistle and a flag will go against the Knights. Lindsay Webb in there with the foul. A pretty blatant one there. No argument from her or her teammates or coaching staff. Here's an opportunity here for the Jersey Blues. But as I was saying before the foul was committed, the Jersey Blues seem to be the team that is much more ready for this second half. The opportunities aren't there for them, but they're taking advantage of the opportunities that are there. Speaking of that, that's the third shot on goal of the second half for Murphy, and she's going to bury one of these eventually. All three of those shots on goal, and good shots too. Murphy is the offensive force that is driving the bus for this Jersey Blues team right now. No player out there right now for the Knights. I guess maybe it's Alexis Corbett-Fennicle, as she's had a couple of shots on goal here. One good one. That came back in the first half, though. Really the only goal that came in this game for the Knights, coming off the foot of Passanelli, and that was her only opportunity at goal. That's the only opportunity she's seen here this game. Opportunities just not out there for the Knights. Not very many opportunities out there for the Jersey Blues either, but they're forcing the issue, and even though the opportunities aren't there, they're making the opportunities appear. They always, coaches like to say, take what the defense gives you. Well, sometimes the defense doesn't give you anything, and you just have to force them to give you something. The Knights waiting for something to open up for them. And on the other side, the Jersey Blues forcing the Knights to open up something for them. Different style, different mentality in the offensive part of the game. Which one will win out? Smythe and the Knights taking their time here. She took a while to get to that ball, and with 23 minutes left in this contest, time is something that is not really on either one of these team sides. A little tumble there. Players for both teams falling down, and here's a corner kick for Smythe and the Knights.
Corner kick for the Knights. Taking the kick is number 11, Mackenzie Smythe.
So Smythe, another corner, her 9th of the game. Not a good one. Doesn't lead to anything. And here come the Jersey Blues trying to turn the Jets on. And there was a good defensive play there by the Knights. Kicked that ball out of bounds. And now will be a throw-in for the Jersey Blues. But good defensive play there by the Knights to allow that ball to go out of bounds and let the defensive players and the midfielders get back, set up in a line, and try and play good defense here, because as we are rapidly approaching the final 20 minutes of this game, it is starting to become starting to become more and more clear that the next goal is going to win this game. Played up on the far sideline. Alexis Corbett-Fennicle was the one who was able to get to it. Hot potato right now, neither team possessing the ball for any kind of extended period of time. It's been ugly here the last couple minutes. Neither team possessing the ball very much. The only shining star out there for either team is Murphy for the Jersey Blues, as she's had 3 shots on goal to her name here in this second half. Everything else for everyone else hasn't been pretty. Play up on the near sideline, stolen by Bailey D'Amico. D'Amico's got somebody right on her backside, and she pays the price for not getting that pass off sooner. Luckily, Tiana Hapsis was there to bail her out, steal it right back. Hapsis trying to play it into the middle. She's got Webb on the far sideline, goes to her. Webb puts it in the middle. Moran is there. Moran tries to chest it down, and I think it was a little bit of acting there as Moran realized that that wasn't going to work, and she went down thinking maybe she should get a call. I didn't see that much pushing and shoving there. I did see there a trip, what I thought was going to be a trip. Cassidy didn't go down, and maybe that may have cost her. Jersey Blues still in possession of this ball. Played into the middle, but no Jersey Blues players over there to try and get a foot on that ball. The heat and humidity really starting to play an effect here in this game. Now under 20 minutes left to go here in this game, and it is looking like we may be in store for overtime. And that was me knocking on the wood here in the press box, because I think I speak for everybody in the stands and out on the field where when I say, let's finish this thing in regulation. Corner kick here for the Jersey Blues.
Corner kick for the Jersey Blues. Taking the kick is number 7, Jessica Textor.
Hands up in the air, balls up in the air. Good corner. Finds a head, but can't get anything done with it. And this is going to be cleared out momentarily by the Knights. Alexis Corbett-Fennicle needs to clear this. Finally does. Aaron Moran makes one player miss with the fancy dribbles. Plays it up to Webb. Webb up to Mangione. Mangione gets past one player. Now up to Moran. Moran's got space. Here's the good transition play by the Knights. Moran took too much time with that pass, and it may come back to haunt her as Mangione now doesn't have as much space as she did before. And just not enough urgency in that transition game for the Knights. Moran got that pass, just wasn't quick enough with it. She allowed the defense to get settled and came back to haunt her and her teammates. And Moran loses that ball on the sideline, but luckily for her, the Jersey Blues turn it over. Barledge is going to take the throw. Bailey D'Amico coming up from her defensive line position. Goal-scoring opportunity here for the Knights. Throw in deep in the offensive zone, about 5 yards out of the box. Plays it to Moran. Moran chests it down. She's going to try and turn and shoot. Just turn, but she doesn't get the shot part off. It's cleared off momentarily by the Jersey Blues. Alexis Corbett-Fennicle up to Passanelli, the goal scorer from the first half for the Knights. Passanelli couldn't do anything with it, and now here comes Murphy, the goal scorer for the Jersey Blues in the first half. Murphy plays it up. Here come the Jersey Blues. Offensive opportunity. Alexis Corbett-Fennicle's there to shut the door before it ever really opens, as she now clears it. She clears it right to a Jersey Blues player as Brookdale Community College still in possession of the ball and in possession of the momentum. Bailey D'Amico trying to put a stop to that as she now has the ball and is turning on the Jets. She got past one defender, could not get past the second. That second defender clears it out of bounds. Last touched by the Jersey Blues. Barledge. Throw into Mangione. Mangione faked like she was going to play it back to Barledge. Instead, she just goes right into the offensive zone, and I'm laughing because I thought that was a pretty blatant push there by Mangione. The referee didn't make the call. Mangione, you got to respect the hustle and the heart that you see from her every afternoon out there on the field. She is the enforcer of this Knights team. Very physical player. You're seeing her play a lot more offensive in this later part of this second half and later part of this season, in the early part of this season when it first started, she was playing mainly a defensive role for the Knights. Now as the season continues, she's playing much more of an offensive role. And now as we approach the 15-minute mark, a throw in for the Jersey Blues, deep in offensive territory. Something's got to happen here for one of these teams. That was a very good offensive opportunity just a couple minutes ago for the Knights when Erin Moran had that transition opportunity. Murphy for the Jersey Blues has had a couple good offensive opportunities for them. So the opportunities starting to show up. They're few and far between, but they're starting to show up. One of these teams is eventually going to capitalize on one of these opportunities. Which team will be the first to do so? Because in my opinion, the team to do it first will be the team to come away with the win. We are approaching the final 10 minutes of play here in this game, in regulation, that is. Jersey Blues going to still have possession here after the bad kick from Gray. Throw in on the far sideline. Over the head of everybody. Does find Murphy safely, but Murphy has it stolen from Corbett Fennicle, excuse me. Those two are just battling right now. Battle of players wearing the number 13 spot for their respective teams. Murphy and Corbett Fennicle for the Knights. Those two are just going at it. Here's Moran. Doesn't have space and doesn't have time either. Not sure why she's moving so slowly. Maybe she's just tired, and there was a absolute missed opportunity there for the Knights. It just needs to be more urgency for the Knights. I know you got to be tired, I'm sure. No subs, but there's just absolutely no sense of urgency right now for the Knights. Offensive game plan's not looking good, and that is a trip. Erin Moran goes down to the ground and sets herself up for a goal-scoring opportunity for the Knights. This may be the best opportunity the Knights get here late in the stages of the second half. Mia Mangione almost had a goal in the first half on a free kick. Let's see what she gets here. This one, and that is offsides. Erin Moran was offsides, and she's pleading her case with the ref, and it's going to fall on deaf ears as I'm all the way up here in the broadcast booth, and I can tell you she was offsides by a mile. Clearly behind the last leg of the defense, and a missed opportunity there missed opportunity for the Knights. Now they'll have another opportunity to kick down the door here in this game. It's becoming more and more obvious that the next goal wins here. We're not in golden goal time just yet, as if the Knights score here in the next 30 seconds, we'll still have to play the final 11 minutes and change, but you just can't help but think that whoever's the team to score next is going to be the team to walk away with a W. Offensive opportunities, few and far between here for these two teams. So I haven't seen anything to make me think otherwise. Here's Murphy turning on the Jets, gets around and gets past Long. This is an opportunity. Murphy with the shot. And I'm not sure really what that was. Maybe a missed touch, I don't know, or maybe a pass that she thought was going to find a teammate. Regardless, Murphy, missed opportunity. She's had a bunch of opportunities at goal scoring in this second half. That one was her least productive, that's for sure. Smythe now for the Knights, far sideline, working the ball up. Loses control of it, but last touch by the Jersey Blues. And now as we approach 10 minutes left to play, the score is still 1-1, which is incredible when you think about the fact that the Knights, 9 corners in this contest. Jersey Blues, only 2. All the little small stats point to a win for the Knights as they are leading in shots on goal. Shots. We don't keep track of time of possession, but if we did, I'm assuming they'd be leading in that as well. But they're not leading in the only stat line that really matters, the score. No one is. 1-1 remains the score, and the clock continues to tick. So we are getting dangerously close to those triple zeros. Aaron Moran not in the right position there to be able to field that pass as it goes out of bounds after the clear. And now the Knights once again here with an opportunity after the throw-in. Played to Webb, who one touches it down over to Mangione. Mangione turns around, now into the box. She plays it over to Hapsis. Hapsis, one-touch shot. Wide of the net. Good two-man game there between Hapsis and Mangione. Mangione saw that Hapsis was coming into goal-scoring range and had an opportunity, but she just couldn't finish it. Plays it up the sideline. Moran is there, and oh, so close. Oh, man. Doesn't get much closer than that. Fingertip play there. Moran had an opportunity at goal scoring, probably the best opportunity the Knights have had here in the second half. Just not very accurate with the shot. Now with under 10 minutes to play, the Jersey Blues trying to regain some of the momentum that they lost a moment ago, and Hapsis, a little misjudge there defensively, leads to an almost breakaway by the Jersey Blues. And the Jersey Blues not putting the urgency here. Francesca Gray is completely out of the goal, and the Jersey Blues are almost just standing around. A head-scratching offensive play there from the Jersey Blues there, as it just seemed like they had an opportunity and maybe they just didn't see it. Or maybe I was overstating it. It seemed like Gray was well off of her line. Thought that was going to be a handball by Webb. Thought it accidentally came up and touched the hand. The referee was right there. Didn't make the call, so obviously it didn't. Here's a play up to Murphy. Murphy in no position to be able to chase that one down, and she's just going to let it roll out of bounds. Hold on to her defensive position now as the Knights will take over possession here. Alexis Corbett-Fenical to play up. Mangione. And tries to get around one defender and cannot, but that defender kicks it out of bounds. So the Knights will still have possession of the ball here. Jersey Blues playing it up. Gray's got to come off the line, make the save here. She lets it bounce into the box and makes the save. Here is a play. Hapsis and the Kelly Negra, of the Jersey Blues are both going after that. Jersey Blues player was the one who was able to come away with the win. 50-50 balls going to be the difference maker in the last 6 minutes of this game. It's a difference maker in pretty much every game. There's a misplay there by the Jersey Blues defender. Lets it get over to Lindsay Webb, but good closeout defense there, and Webb had to commit the foul. She had that ball stolen away from her by the Jersey Blues defender. Mistimed the bounce, went over her head, but a great recovery there to get back into position, steal that ball away, and force the Knights into a position where they felt they had to commit the foul. Webb had her presence felt in the first half. Second half, not so much. Misplay there on what could have been a goal-scoring opportunity, and you cannot afford to keep missing on opportunities. Here's Murphy, played into the box, and here's an opportunity. Gray comes off the line and makes the save, and a hard fall there by Sweeney. Sweeney was in the right place there, but just not in a good enough area where she was able to get a goal opportunity. And the Jersey Blues, just obviously the more aggressive team here in the later stages of this game, is they are the first to the ball. And they want this game. They want to make sure their long drive back to Jersey isn't a lonely one. Played off with the chest. Goes out of bounds. Another throw in for the Jersey Blues. Played in, controlled. But immediately stolen by Hapsis. Hapsis has got space in front of her. She's got Webb on the sideline. She's going to go up for her, but I don't think Webb is going to be able to get in front of that. Another great defensive play there by the Jersey Blues. But it will go out of bounds. Last touch by the Jersey Blues. And Webb, the look of frustration on her face says it all. She knows that is the second opportunity she's missed at goal scoring here in the second half. She just could have been in the right place at the right time. Frustration starting to set here in this game. Here's a cross into the box. Passanelli's there, but Passanelli can't get in front of it fast enough. And the easy save by Goose. Goose gonna go for the long punt. Gonna start having to put boots up in the air here for sure. I've been saying here in this second half, it's just been obvious that the next goal is going to win this game. Well, now we're in a position where that is very obvious, and Murphy's going to possibly have that goal, and she's not. Great save by Gray. That is Murphy's fourth really, really good opportunity at goal here in this second half. That one was punched away and leads to a corner kick. Let's see what the Jersey Blues do. Corner kick for the Jersey Blues. Taking the kick is number 7, Jessica Textor. Textor, ball's in the air. Does find a head, but it doesn't find the back of the net. Murphy puts it in, and she hits the upright goalpost that is hanging over the goal, and that is the upright field goal post, not the goal post. So once the ball makes contact with that field goal post, it's automatically out of bounds. That's why Gray now has the free kick. Hands in the air, balls in the air. Mangione controls it. She's trying to use the body to shield away and didn't do a good job of it that time. They had it stolen, but she stole it right back. Plays it back to Gray. Good defensive play there by Mangione. Hapsis plays it over to Webb. Actually, she just plays it over to herself. Hapsis going to turn the jets on. Actually, she's going to put the brakes on instead as she realized that she didn't have much space or time. So she plays it back to Mangione instead. Mangione pointing the fingers in the direction of where she wants her teammates to go. I don't think they got the memo as Smythe wasn't in the place where that pass went. Here's Murphy. Plays it over. Play in the middle. Here's an opportunity, but good defensive play there by Barledge. But Barledge can't control it. She loses that ball, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Jersey Blues. Exactly 1 minute and 55 seconds left here in this game. We are still tied up at 1-1. Mackenzie Smythe. The throw goes over her head. Goes out of bounds once again. Last touch by the Jersey Blues. So Alexis Corbush-Venical going to take a couple more steps up, and this time she'll take the throw in from an even better position. Not a good throw in, though, as no one was near there to be able to receive it. Hapsis plays it over to D'Amico after the 50-50 ball is finally won by the Knights. And Sweeney is going to let that one roll out of bounds. The Knights still with possession of the ball. Now approaching a minute left in regulation. D'Amico waving one of her teammates closer. Throw in. to Hapsis. Can't find her head, but does find the head of one of the Jersey Blues players. Barledge trying to steal it away. Can't. Here comes Textor and the Jersey Blues. Got Murphy in front. She's on sides. Plays it over to her. She's got lots of space. Under a minute left. This could be the final opportunity. Played into the middle. Here comes the Jersey Blues once again. And it's put to a stop by Alexis Corbett-Fenico momentarily. Jersey Blues, long shot. Oh, just wide of the net. And man, that offensive momentum that seemed to be rolling for the Jersey Blues quickly stopped, kind of almost out of nowhere. I don't know if it was just really good defensive positioning for the Knights and they didn't think they could get something into the box, or if it was just tired legs. But regardless, best opportunity of the game possibly may have just walked past them. And speaking of opportunities, here come the Knights knocking on opportunity's door with 10 seconds left. Can they get a goal here in the final 9 seconds? And it does not look like that is going to happen, as the clock is now struck triple zeros. That is the end of regulation. We'll be back with more soccer after this short break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what an afternoon of soccer we have had here so far. We played a first 45 and the score was 1-1 after that. We played a second 45 and the score was 1-1 after that as well. So now we're going to play an extra 20. Golden goal, 2 10-minute periods. If there is no goal at the end of the 20 minutes, this will be a draw. But I repeat once again, this is golden goal. So next goal wins it. I said that all throughout the second half, that the next team to score was going to be the one to win it. And now it has become official. But really, honestly, the way these two teams are playing right now, I don't know if we're going to get a goal. This has been an offensive struggle. That is for sure. And now here's a throw-in. Be taken by the Knights. We've played a minute here in the first period of overtime. This is, I believe, the first overtime game of the year. I know it's the first overtime home game of the year. Here are the Knights' first real opportunity of the overtime period. Throw in deep in their offensive zone. Played into Webb in the box. Webb couldn't get in front of it. And, man, Webb was a player who had her fingerprints all over the first half of this contest. Second half, not so much. Opportunities kind of few and far between for her. The tired legs absolutely starting to come into effect for the Knights here in this game. But Erin Moran almost finished the game right there. Tiana Hapsis put the shot on goal. It was saved initially by Goose, and Moran came in for the cherry pick finish, and just another miraculous save by Goose. And oh man, what an afternoon this has been here at CCBC Essex. Anything can happen here, that is for sure. Just two back-to-back tremendous saves there by the goalkeeper for the Jersey Blues. And now I'm sure goalie and the rest of her teammates very happy that that offensive onslaught for the Knights is finally over. They can get back to trying to get together some offense for themselves. And Mackenzie Smythe, a very clear and obvious push from behind. Sweeney a little slow to get up there. I'm sure that one hurt. That was a pretty blatant push there from Smythe. Textor played up over the head of Cassidy. Alexis Corbett-Fenical plays it over. I believe that's Bailey D'Amico on the far sideline. She's got space in front of her. Turning the Jets on. Great defensive play there to just shut that door before it ever really opened up. The offensive momentum was clearly rolling down the hill of the Knights. Jersey Blues defenders doing a good job of stopping that boulder before it really started moving. Here's Corbett-Fenical, long shot. She's very accurate with these, but that one, not so much. Erin Moran was able to get in front of it, though, and salvage it, try and put a cross on, but her cross wasn't very accurate, too close to the line. And Goose was able to come off and make the easy save. We're into overtime now. And Goose doing her best Goose Gossage impression. Former closer for the New York Yankees back in the 70s. She's the closer right now for the Jersey Blues. She's made a couple big saves here that has kept her team here in this game in the second half, or not just in the second half, in the first half of overtime is what I meant to say. Throw in, far sideline, offensive opportunities non-existent for the Jersey Blues so far here in this overtime period. But here, as I say that, here it starts to materialize. Murphy up to Cassidy. Cassidy got an opportunity. Can she get past the last defender? Ken plays it into Murphy, who was cutting into the box, but Alexis Corbett-Fenical was able to put a stop to that offensive momentum. The boulder was starting to roll down the side of the Jersey Blues that time, and this time Alexis Corbett-Fenical is able to put a stop to it. It's still rolling down that hill, though. Can she put a stop to it again? Smythe this time does, as she clears it out of the danger zone momentarily. And we're going to continue to play. Continuation. Sweeney. Played back, and that goes out of bounds. Hapsis, good job forcing the issue. Now she's going to play it up to Hapsis after the throw-in. Hapsis plays it over the head of one of the defenders. Can she get in front of it? She can't. Goose able to come off of her line and make the save, and Goose is very lucky that she didn't get a handball, as Aaron Moran and Hapsis is trying to plead with the referees, saying that she was out of the box when she touched that ball, or maybe the ball was out of the box when she touched it. Regardless, the ref was in no position to be able to make that call, as he was nowhere near there. And I didn't see it either, so I can't blame him for not making the call. And there's a trip by Mangione. We may have a card as the ref is approaching her. No, just a stern talking to. Just I'm very disappointed in you kind of thing. Text store. Opportunity here for the for the Jersey Blues. She's taken 3 pretty good quality corner kicks for the Jersey Blues here in this game so far. Let's see what she can do here. This is a huge opportunity. Need to make sure that you mark every man in the box. The shot. No one finds it, but it trickles through, and nobody for the Jersey Blues can finish it. There was 3 white jerseys right in front of that ball, and none of them could bury it into the back of the net. Is this what is going on? I almost feel like we're in the Twilight Zone. That's in any other situation, that's a goal, and this game is over. As Gray came off the line, misplayed it. It bounced out in front, and 3 white jerseys were surrounded by the ball, but none of them could get a foot on it. Open net goal, non-existent. Sweeney played into the box. Murphy misplays the cross. She wasn't able to get a foot on it, and it definitely came back to hurt her. Once she finally got in front of the ball, she had to cross it instead of putting a shot on, and no one was there to accept her cross. Now here come the Jersey Blues once again. Sweeney off the leg after the throw-in. Mangione steals it. She gets past one defender. Now she wants to turn the Jets on. Doesn't have numbers and doesn't have space either. Is a good defensive play there. Ties her up from behind. And, if the Jersey Blues player would have been even with Mangione when she made that tackle, she probably would have got away with it. But because she was behind, that's why the tackle was illegal. And the X has been thrown up, and that means the clock will stop. Mangione may have to leave this game. That would be a massive blow for the Knights. Not only is she one of their top players, but if she does leave this game, they will be playing the rest of this game with a man down. They do not have any subs. Webb controls it, plays it over to the left foot. Now back over to the left foot. Shot on goal. Webb. Oh, so close. Another great save by Goose, the closer here for the Jersey Blues, coming in big. Hapsis tried to play it over to Mangione, who was breaking away on that near sideline, but she couldn't get it to her. Hapsis, this time a throw after the ball goes out of bounds. Smythe, she's trying to play it into the box. Not a very good kick there, and with 1 minute and 35 seconds left in the first period of overtime, the Knights will have a throw-in deep in their offensive zone once again. Referee backing Alexis Corbett-Fenical up a little bit, telling that's where you have to take the throw in from. A good one-touch clear there by the Jersey Blues. The clear attempt right to Bailey D'Amico. Barledge tries to play it into the box. Not very good with the touch pass, though, as it goes out of bounds. And this will be a corner kick for the Knights. Or no, it'll be a goal kick. I was going to say, I thought that was last touch by Webb and the Knights. Honestly, Lindsay Webb, pretty lucky she didn't get called for a push there. Hapsis able to get up in the air and put a leg on that one. I tell you, at this point, a draw for the Knights, I think, is a very good victory because the tired legs absolutely starting to play effect. Here's Cassidy. Gets around one defender. She's going to turn. Get a right foot on it. She can't. And what a close but missed opportunity for the Jersey Blues. Sweeney still in possession, so the Jersey Blues still knocking on opportunity's door. Under 10 seconds left to play here in the first period of overtime, and that will be all she wrote. We'll play a second 10 minutes right after this short break. We've played a lot of soccer, but there's just a little bit more left to be played. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we played a first 45, and the score at the end of that was 1-1. We played a second 45, and the score after that was still 1-1. We played a 10-minute overtime period. The score after that was still 1-1, and now we're going to play one more 10-minute period. If the score is still 1-1 at the end of this, it will be a draw, but whoever scores next will be victorious. We're still in the golden goal stages here. In the regular season, there is no penalty shootout. Get into playoff soccer, we'll get to the penalty shootouts. Here's Cassidy, opportunity, but Alexis Corbett-Fenical, much like she's done all game long, just shutting the door before it even opens. And now she's got space and she's carrying it. She's continuing to go with it. Now she goes for the long boot up to Webb. Webb controls that over to Moran. Moran plays it through to Webb, or is that going to Bailey D'Amico? It's not going to find either of them, actually, as Goose comes off the line and makes the save. Ball goes out of bounds. The Knights with possession here. This has just been a difficult afternoon offensively for these two teams. Tired legs certainly playing an effect, I think, for both teams. We knew it was going to play an effect for the Knights. I think it's a little bit surprising that it's playing an effect for the Jersey Blues since they have so many subs on that bench, but it's not making much of a difference as that ball will go out of bounds. Last touch by the Jersey Blues. So here's a 10th corner of the game for the Knights, and maybe 10 will be the lucky number. 3 wasn't the lucky number earlier, and 7 wasn't either, but maybe 10 is. Who knows? Corner kick for the Knights. Taking the kick is number 11, Mackenzie Smythe. So Mackenzie Smythe with the kick. And a head ball there by Webb. Doesn't find anybody but the goalkeeper. It was right at her, Sophia Goose. Her services were much needed in the first period of overtime. She made at least 3, maybe even 4, just absolutely game-saving, tremendous saves. This game would certainly be over if she wasn't in between the pipes here for the Jersey Blues. Her teammate's going to have to take her out for dinner after this one. Same thing for Francesca Gray. The goalie's put in a lot of work in a 1-1 draw like this. Mackenzie Smythe up the sideline, this time with a throw. Throws it to Mangione. Mangione. She's got to play back to Smythe if she wants it. She does. Puts it in the middle. Bailey D'Amico's there. And puts a body on it, but it hits the goal post right above. Oh, man. Bailey D'Amico. Bailey D'Amico. What an opportunity there for that young athlete, but just missed opportunity. D'Amico, right place, right time, caught that pass, tried to put it into the back of the net. Instead, she bounces it off the crossbar. Missed opportunity there for sure. That field goal post above the goal is getting some work. And there's a trip from behind by Smythe. And I was surprised Smythe didn't get a card. That was a pretty blatant and nasty trip from behind. And we may actually get one. We're getting something, though, as the whistle has been blown. And now card is going to be issued to the bench of the Knights. Or maybe there is no card. Maybe we're just an explanation. 2 generations of Holland boys right there having a conversation with the ref. Jeff Holland, the head coach, and George Holland, the assistant coach, having a conversation with the ref. No card issued, though. That's good officiating from the ref. You see a lot of refs usually in that situation. The card comes out right away. We've played almost a full 4 minutes here in this second half of overtime, and the score still remains at 1-1. Offensive opportunities have been there for the Knights. Offensive opportunities for the Jersey Blues, not so much here in this overtime period, which I got to say is very, very surprising. I thought the Jersey Blues really dominated play in the second half. Haven't been dominating as much in the first half. The Knights had a couple really good opportunities getting out of the gate in the overtime. The Jersey Blues have had some opportunities. Murphy had a really good opportunity, just wasn't able to bury it. But speaking of Murphy, here she is, another opportunity. Plays it over to Cassidy. Cassidy plays it back to Murphy, but once again, Alexis Corbett-Fenical, right place, right time, shuts that door before it ever even had a chance of opening. Now just over 5 minutes left here in the contest. Francesca Gray has the ball in her hands, and she wants to make something happen with it. Good punt, but doesn't find anybody other than a Jersey Blues player. Now played up to Sweeney after the one-touch pass. Sweeney saves it from going out of bounds. Pass over to Textor. Pays it over to Cassidy. Cassidy now on the run. Trying to find Butch Cassidy. And that was a bad play there by Cassidy as she's trying to play it into the box. And I don't know if it was a bad play or if it was a push from behind from the Knights, because some of the Brookdale Community College fans here saying that that was a push. They probably had a better angle on it than I did, so probably was a push. The referee just didn't see it. Regardless, a missed opportunity for the Jersey Blues and a missed opportunity for Aaron Moran and the Knights as well. Jersey Blues have a game plan. I think they know that Aaron Moran is the top goal scorer for this Knights team. They don't want to let her get too many opportunities. She's kind of been shut out of this contest. Alexis Corbett-Fenical there. Here's up to Bailey D'Amico. D'Amico is able to get around the defender. Is she? She's not, actually. And there's a push from behind on D'Amico. Was wondering if that was going to come around. She had both hands firmly planted into the jersey of the Jersey Blues defender. And now with just over 3 minutes left here in this contest, I don't know. Does the fat lady start singing even if nobody wins? I'm not sure, but I know one thing. The game is almost over. And there's a lot of players on the field who are very happy about that. It's been a hot and humid day, and it has been a physical game out there. D'Amico is able to get ahead on it. Hapsis intercepts it. 50-50 ball now. D'Amico is there. She wins it. It's got Webb in the middle, and so does Aaron Moran. D'Amico tried to put that into the right foot and put it into the middle. She had it stolen away from her. Now 2 minutes and 30 seconds separate these two teams from the end of this game. Throw in here for the Jersey Blues. Played up to Murphy. Here's an opportunity. 2-on-2 breakaway. Murphy plays it up to herself. It may just be a little bit too far out in front. No, she's able to chase it down. Plays it into the box. Has somebody on the other side. Shot. No, Alexis Corbett-Fenical once again. Last line of defense. Man, that was an impressive effort there by Murphy just to initiate that play. I thought it was going to be too far out in front of her. But now here come the Knights as they finally steal it away, and a good play there by Smythe just to clear it out of the danger zone. 1 minute and 45 seconds is all that separates these two teams from the end of this contest. A great offensive outburst there by the Jersey Blues. Murphy played it up to herself on the touch. I thought that was going to go out of bounds. I didn't think she was going to be able to get in front of it. She did. Crossed it into the middle. Had a teammate there, but Alexis Corbett-Fenical shut the door before it opened. Here's Passanelli in the middle. On the near sideline over to Bailey. Bailey D'Amico gets in front of it. Shot. Oh, it is a good shot, but a even better save there by Goose. Good defensive play there by Barledge. Puts it into the offensive zone. Under a minute left. This could be the last opportunity of the game for the Knights. Bailey D'Amico taken down in the box, but wasn't anything more than just some good defensive play there by the Jersey Blues. Free kick here. Up and away. It's going to be controlled by Murphy and the Jersey Blues. Murphy can't play it safely this time up to herself. And that time it is a missed opportunity. 25 seconds is all that separates these two teams from the final whistle. Textor Now over to Murphy. Is this the final opportunity? It probably will. You don't want it on anybody else's foot other than her. She's been the one to force all these opportunities. And Alexis Corbett-Fanical once again. She's the real MVP out there this afternoon for the Knights, as she has shut the door every time it's come close to being opened. And that'll be all she wrote. The final score in this one, 1-1. Maren Thomas, thank you for joining us this afternoon. Hope you can join us tomorrow. And these two teams' men's programs will go head-to-head, 12 o'clock. I'll be on the call. See you then.